Last time on Of Dice and Dens.
My mind was controlled by Etrix. I was forced to do what I did. I did not wish to do it.
So there's also some druids. They're in trouble, so let's go.
Well, if anyone's in danger, we gotta help them. You guys head out back to your cart where Potty is waiting for you?
I rolled a modified 20 for survival.
Well, you see a bunch of trees knocked over, and then you break out into a clearing. The huts are destroyed. In the distance, a small red-headed figure kneeling in the dirt. They're all gone. That bitch killed everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yes.
Manticore sure did.
So we thought we were directing them towards violent people that were going to hurt other people. And we didn't know, and we're so sorry.
You've done enough to help us. Just get out of here. You head back to the road. Finnick and Dearnor turn to leave.
No, I'm gonna write a,
Dear
hey,
Sarge, even though you have
attack,
two little limbs.
attack coming from Nimressa.
Then you tie that to a fox. Hopefully it makes it. You guys head back to Blackpool.
Yeah.
Fiznik goes back to his house and kind of like summon the boss man. The amulet you requested. Do you have any other things you need me to acquire right now?
There is a red gem cast in the shape of a heart. Is she gonna be okay, Miss Grin?
One can only hope.
Our heroes have returned home after learning of impending war from the country of Nimressa. With a note sent to those in charge, all they can do is wait for a response. Will they get it, or will there be more trouble? Find out now on Of Dice and Dens, a D&D podcast.
Welcome to Of Dice and Dens. I'm Den, your dungeon master.
Your dungeon master.
To my left,
It's Kimberly, the horse lady.
Our resident furry.
I mean,
to playing Navia, the other horse lady.
Yep.
The horse lady.
To my right,
Is Toot Toot a non-horse lady? I'm Ari. I'm playing Elishana.
by himself in his office.
I'm Jeff, playing Fiznik, and as a warning, I'm 1.5 Dark and
Years
Stormies in, so...
I'm sleep deprived,
What's
so
a
we're
dark
doing
and
well.
stormy?
It sounds like booze.
So am I.
It's
Is that rum and...
ginger beer.
Nice.
It is?
That actually sounds really good.
It really
I fucking
does.
love ginger beer, dude.
Okay.
I've had it so long.
And together in their office,
Jason playing Your Guess Is As Good As Mine / what's his name / the cowboy with no name, a bard man.
Orcaboba.
slash
Bard man.
Orcaboba.
Ooh, bard man.
Slash
Can we call him
blue.
bard man?
Sure. You've been back in town for a while. You can come up with a new name at that time.
Mm-hmm.
A.K.A. Sergeant Snorkaboba.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much.
And
I have a running list.
And Jen playing Grin, the halfling rogue.
all right. When we last left off, you guys had released a couple critters who destroyed a druid village, and then
yeah, about that.
you
mentioned
had
that.
you had a fox bring a message back to the capital city to tell them about the fact that Nimressa wants to invade, and there's some sort of like robots, some sort of robot golems or something.
And I paid some reparations.
Yep.
After we accidentally slaughtered the...
entire village.
Well,
I mean, we did things
enabled-
that led to unfortunate events, unfortunately.
Butterfly
We were following
effect.
orders.
Just following orders. I don't think that's a good excuse. And so we're in the town. It's been a couple days. You're still waiting to hear back from the capital. So what we're going to do right now is Navia.
Mm-hmm.
Navia notices, this one evening, you're in your home,
My house.
your house, and yeah, your sword kind of always glows, right?
It's got moonlight.
Obnoxious.
But you notice it's kind of glowing differently tonight.
Like how? Okay.
It just feels like
Purple.
it feels different.
Okay. I don't suppose. Trying to paint it, because like if I had 2 legs, I'd be like in a chair,
Uh-huh.
but I have 4, so like, what is the furniture like inside my
You
house?
have a hammock,
That's the
remember?
question.
I have what?
You have a hammock. Didn't we talk about that in the first episode?
What? That's even more complicated.
I don't
Right.
remember. I
I know.
don't remember that. I have no furniture. I have like no bed or tables or anything. I've just got like.
You have 2 chairs with no backs that you just lean.
There you go. So my armor and my sword all hang in a like a place of honor on my wall, and it's basically my you didn't even ask, but it's very important to me that I determine what the inside of my house looks like.
Okay.
Do your swords hang low?
Yes, but they really wobble to and fro. It's
Oh.
Can you tie him in a knot?
Could you
no,
tie them in
I
a
can tie
bow?
them in a bow.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
And this, my friends, is why we have so many listeners.
Mm-hmm.
You have a listener?
We have a couple. I was talking to one today.
good. Wow.
Did you drug test him?
Did they talk back?
Yes.
Mm.
They actually called us out. Said that they listened to us. And I'm like,
Oh, man.
Oh, okay,
Nice.
I hope we're good. And they're like, yeah, I'm excited to hear more. I'm like,
Oh yay.
Oh, weird.
yeah,
Nice.
right?
Okay,
Poor
so it's
person.
basically like my house is like just like a big open room, and like all my stuff is on like shelves and like counters along the outside
Open
wall.
floor plan.
But it's like in the middle, it's just
It's all
open.
pillows. See?
Yes.
In
I
a
am-
conversation pit?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
am
There
not.
you go.
I don't.
There we
I don't
go.
hate that idea at
Yeah,
all.
I don't either. And if people want to come and gather and hang out at my place because I got all the squishy pillows, I'll like make cookies and shit because apparently I bake cookies now.
As of this second.
As of this moment, I've decided. So anyway, yes, I'm doing a hobby of mine that is, I wrote down hobbies at one point. Balls, I don't fucking remember. I don't know. I'm reading a book. Okay. I'm
Okay.
reading a book.
You can do
and-
that. This is one of Dagmar's books.
Yes. Makes no sense, but it's fine. I'm kind of like.
I don't mean that she wrote it. I mean like from her
Oh!
collection. She has a collection of interesting things and
Well,
a library.
I'm kind of looking. I'm flipping through the book, looking for the pictures, and because I might have a wisdom of 9, and I get this tingle. Like, what's that? It's going down my big old long spine. Then I look at my sword, and like I usually keep it in the sheath, so it doesn't glow all the time. But like
Yeah.
there's little bits of glow peeking out from
Okay.
the. I'm like, what's this? So I go over there and I pull it out. I'm miming. You guys can see this, right? And I pull it out a little bit, and I'm like, what's going on?
All right. Well, like when you first got the sword, all of a sudden you're kind of pulled into a memory with your father. What's happening?
Let's see. He gave me. We've already done him training me with the dagger. What is? We are. The herd has stopped.
Okay.
For a few days, they've kind of. We are kind of at the edge of the woods, kind of little a ways, and he's showing me some mushrooms.
Okay. So, Navia, dearie, how old are you in this memory?
Let's see. How old was she when?
She was 8, I think, when they attacked.
Okay, so 6.
Today I'm going to show you which ones we can eat and which ones make a potent poison.
Ooh.
So he takes you over to some mushrooms and asks you, which ones do you think would be delicious?
Okay.
And you see some that are kind of tall, shriveled, full of holes. And then you see another one that's big and round and wide.
Okay, so my logic brain knows how this goes, but my 6-year-old centaur brain. my 6-year-old centaur brain thinks the shriveled ones look yucky.
Okay.
Oh gosh, those look gross. Yuck! Yucky! I point at it because apparently I'm 3, actually. No, I'm 6. Those look gross.
That's when you do the wobble on the top of the horse.
I definitely think like she's just kind of like hunkered down in the best way that a horse could, I guess.
Like
kind
a
of,
cat, almost.
Yeah, like kind of because you got these bendable bodies, and I'm like, so I pointed the one that actually looks good, the like big, juicy looking one, which
It's dripping with red, just bloody.
looks
It's
like-
rare.
it looks like candy, I guess.
Okay.
Looks like candy, and the other one looks like poopy. Looks like horse shit. Daddy, that one looks like horse shit. Where did you learn that word? No, mommy.
Well, dear, in actuality, the wrinkly, yucky one is delicious in soup, and you eat it almost every day with what mommy makes. Whereas this big one could kill you in a single bite.
I don't want to die, Daddy.
The important lesson here is that looks can be deceiving.
What's deceiving?
Looks.
That's a fair question.
Bastard.
Oh.
That when they
Cover my eyes.
the ugly, gross-looking one is trying to keep you from eating it, whereas the beautiful, deadly one is trying to encourage you to eat it. So you should always be cautious.
And only thing gross stuff.
What? How do we know it's good to eat if it looks like poopy?
A few people probably had to die to learn that. It's been a long time.
Daddy,
This is a question for the elders.
Let's die.
let's die.
Oh shit.
Oh, you won't know for at least a couple more years. All right, and then you're back in your house. All right, now I have to figure out what that means.
Mushroom soup.
Yeah, I should figure out what that means. I don't know. It sounds to me like it's like foreshadowing something coming up in an upcoming adventure.
You came up with the event.
Or did I?
Dan is that
Ooh,
good.
I'm that. That's right. This is all.
Mesmerist.
Oh.
Our next adventure is like a cooking episode. It is just like it's British Bake Off, but D&D style.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I guess I'd be fine with that actually.
Yeah. God, what is that? See, this is the challenge of letting you come up with the memories. Now I have to figure out what the fuck this means.
What? There's no table in the.
You get. Well, I have to. Yeah, there's no dream table. I haven't created the Navia Centaur dream table yet. It gains the
He's
ability.
a bad DM.
It gains the ability transforming.
Okay.
You can turn this weapon into a mundane version of itself, and it cannot be seen even by detect magic. And it loses all its abilities during that time. And then you can use an action to speak the weapon's command word, restoring it to magical form. So basically, you can hide that it's special.
It's only immune to detect magic while it's transformed, right?
Right. Basically, you make it look like a normal sword, and if someone uses detect magic, it still looks like a normal sword.
Oh, that's cool.
It doesn't have any special abilities while it's in mundane form, so you have to
Right.
turn it back.
Does this have a usage restriction?
What do you mean?
Like
18
I can
plus.
only do it 3 times a
Nope.
day, or okay.
Nope. You can do it as much as you want.
She's just gonna read it like it's like a fidget.
Was it be like clap on,
clap off?
clap on, clap off?
I bet people loved that.
And now I'm gonna eat into the microphone.
Clap on, clap off.
Nyam, nyam, nyam.
No mouth sounds.
Oh god, I hate mouse sounds so much.
No. Edit it out.
Right there with you.
These
it
are
also-
potato chips.
It also gains distracting.
So it's got a little area in it.
He says gains distracting as Jay's eating potato chips.
You can use an action to make an attack with this weapon. After you do so, you can move up to half your speed. And this movement does not provoke opportunity attacks.
But it does provoke tickles.
Does that have a usage restriction?
Nope.
No, sweet.
No restrictions ever. Oh, both of them are 16.
Good job.
Good. I don't know what you're doing.
Dee!
Don't yell at the cats while we're playing.
Why not?
She'll be here.
But I want to pet her.
Where is she?
That's why I was yelling.
Oh my god. All right, now we're going to move on. Elishana.
What?
You
I'm
wake.
busy giving Dagmar a bath.
You're done giving Dagmar her bath.
You just
You
want
put her to
skip that
bed.
part.
Yes.
Aw.
And she's like, it's 6 o'clock.
And then, so, you went to bed and you wake up in the fuzzy dimension.
Ugh.
You see Elatic
Like-
sitting in his usual spot. At chess table in front of him.
I don't play chess.
Come join us. It'll be
Yeah,
fine.
I'm gonna like tip the board over and eat one of the pieces.
So it'll be a typical night of gaming with you, it sounds like.
Yep.
So have you gone on any adventures recently, Miss Adventurer?
You're not very good at your insults anymore. And yes, because I'm misadventurer. I went on several adventures.
She has a cape and everything.
Hmm.
Misadventure. That does sound like a sidekick.
It does sound like my name too.
So, did everything go according to plan? Everyone saved? Moves a piece.
I feel like you're. She moved a piece too, but not any. There are no rules attached to it. She just likes moving the.
She
the
picks
horse.
up like so like the whole white side is still set up. She just picks up a rook and moves it to like
Yep.
somewhere else.
She balances it on top of another
Basically,
rock.
chess with these two is Calvin Ball.
Okay, so she takes her knight and balances it on the queen.
Ooh. Brave strategy. But I feel like you haven't answered my question.
I feel like you already know the answer.
Yes, you take after your mother very well.
Was he my mom's little person?
They're
Passed
they're
down.
familial, yeah.
Did
So
they pass
everyone
down
in
to
your family has.
The same one?
Mhm.
Does he kill them first and then come to me?
No,
Oh. But they're dead now.
but they're dead now.
Unrelated.
Unrelated.
Oh,
Fun fact.
by the by.
Bye.
Didn't she commit suicide?
Probably.
I think that's a new
I
story.
think they all do. I think that's why I was trying to find out how to get rid of him. Get rid of you. Dang it, you keep making me speak in third person.
I'm monologuing.
You got me monologuing.
It was an accident.
Sorry.
Was it?
Everything was an accident.
Hmm.
I mean, we intended to steal stuff
Right.
for a good purpose.
What purpose was that?
Stealing stuff. Because it's none of your business. And besides, you probably already know. Stop giggling.
And he moves another
It's
piece.
creepy. And she flicks it. She flicks it with her finger, and it goes spinning off into the ether.
And that falls through the floor and just keeps falling forever.
Oh, goody.
What if I told you you could save that village still?
The one that's already been destroyed
Yes.
and murdered.
Yes.
So, save the village
Save
or
the village,
save the
world.
people. Or save the cheerleaders in the village.
You could save the people.
Back in time?
We could redirect the chimeras.
Back in time?
Time doesn't really mean anything here.
So, ask why do you pull me in when you do?
Why do you come here?
I am sleeping, so I really don't have a choice.
If that's what you wish to tell yourself. But the only way you would be able to save those people is you would have to send that chimera elsewhere.
Yeah, last time we tried that, that's why we got in this predicament in the first place.
Very well.
So, where would you suggest and they're not chimeras. Who told you they were chimeras?
Whatever they were.
Oh,
Weren't
God.
they?
You're the worst.
Manticores.
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 It's different.
I get manticores and chimeras mixed up. I mean, like, they're
Yeah,
very
so does
sim-
Zulatic.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
You're racist. Can we just agree? You're racist against other creatures.
I'm evil.
Yep. Okay. Agree to disagree to agree.
I think that's just called agreement.
But then the fact that you're evil makes me doubt why you're trying to help. I feel like you're just going to send them right to another innocent village or a more innocent village or an orphanage.
I'm not going to decide where they go.
Okay.
If you wish them to go elsewhere.
What's the whole point though was that they may have eaten the village, but they didn't eat anybody else. What's gonna stop them if I send them somewhere else from going and eating the village anyway?
He shrugs.
See, that's why you're not a very good, familiar.
I'm not your familiar.
I know you're not. I'm just saying.
So.
I don't want your help. Because you're evil.
Very well. And you wake up. You need a CPAP.
I do. They don't make them though.
No magical CPAPs.
It's just like a tiny little dragon that like blows.
Oh,
air.
that would be adorable.
Breathes in your nose.
Yep.
Don't forget to fill my humidifier.
You just give him a glass of water.
He is really just a frog that blows hot air because they can hold a bunch of water.
Right. Okay, so what does that mean for you? Let's see.
Potty's like shaking me awake.
Yeah.
You're snoring. I think you stopped breathing.
You see, your Frou-Frou Stella doll is next to you when you wake up.
Oh, thank God.
And it doesn't say anything, but when you look at it, it almost feels like it's saying, good job.
Maybe then I pick it up. I'm like, good job, Elishana. Thanks for Frutella.
So now on your weapon, you get the ability called Divine Grace. And you can spend 10 minutes concentrating on your weapon to commune with your deity.
Ooh.
Over the next 24 hours, you can re-roll any one dice of your choosing, though you have to take the second result.
So any dice, it doesn't have to be an action.
Any dice at all. Could even be a damage one.
So it's a daily.
Yep. You have to do a short or long rest before you can commune again. But then it takes an additional 10 minutes there.
So would I be able to wait like 23 minutes, change my die, and then be able to commune?
Yes.
Okay. 23 hours.
Yep. And it's short or long rest, so.
Okay.
But then you have to take that additional 10 minutes on top of the rest to do it.
Ugh, we don't want to wait for you.
Exactly. You get transposed.
I'm running out of room.
I know, I did too.
You can just,
You're gonna update our little cards, right?
yeah.
Thank you.
You can use your bonus action to summon or dismiss your weapon to and from a pocket dimension.
Prison pocket dimension.
Yep. So you can basically hide your weapon
Okay.
where no one can reach it.
So up your butt.
I'm pretty sure what's his name could find it there.
When I said I was going to be loopy, I thought I meant I was just going to be tired and falling asleep. What I actually meant was, holy frick, I'm crazy.
Is there a time
Nope.
thing? So, pocket dimension.
Clap on, clap on.
And she claps on her.
Yep.
She would.
Alright.
All right. So, what's his name? You might actually have an event during this adventure, so I'm not going to do anything with you right now.
Okay.
It's called transpose.
Yes. Jen, does Grin want to have any sort of deal? Is there anything you want to do? I don't really have anything planned for you, so if you want to have a scene, you can. If not, we'll just move on.
Nothing comes to mind at the moment.
Can we just cut to my character brushing his teeth, though?
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks for listening to episode 25 of Dice and Dens. This bit, we're going to be doing an adventure called The Lost Laboratory of Qualish, which is a little bit of a departure for the podcast because usually we try to do indie content, and this is technically officially published by Wizards. But the reason why I chose this is twofold. First off, well, it's based on an adventure called Expedition to the Barrier Peaks, which released back in 1976, and it's kind of a combo sci-fi fantasy game. But a big part of this release of it, the Lost Laboratory of Qualish, is that it celebrates a D&D player who was dying of a rare form of cancer, and actually did pass away as this was released, and includes items and spells created for his character Galder. There's actually a lot of stuff you can find out about this. There was a whole subreddit that came out as he was communicating about his cancer called Adventures of Galder, Galder. So check that out, and you can find a lot of content surrounding him. But on top of that, all money for purchases of this module goes to the charity Extra Life, which supports the Children's Miracle Network. So I think those two reasons make this pretty cool to do, as well as the adventure itself is pretty interesting and is a lot of fun. And I hope you guys enjoy how these players figure out how to navigate this very interesting land that they end up in. I also want to mention again that I was in Knives at Night, which is a podcast that does the game Blades in the Dark, which is a really cool kind of world. So check them out at knivesatnight.com. You can find Of Dice and Dens on Twitter at ODNDpod, Facebook at ODND Podcast, email odndpod@gmail.com, or visit our website, odndpodcast.com. We are part of the stolendress.com podcast network, where you can find our companion podcast, OD&D Presents, where we explore other games as well as have an ongoing Deadlands campaign. They also have podcasts like What's With You, Scooby-Doo, Comedy on Vinyl, the Dan J's Comedy Hour podcast, hosts with their own Picard, Professional Blur, and many more. So please check them out, stolendress.com. Music in this episode was created by Kevin MacLeod at incompetech.filmmusic.io and is used under Creative Commons Attribution License. Now let's get back to the action.
Sun comes up. Light shines in through window. What's his name is brushing his teeth.
Somehow he has a quip. This episode not brought to you by any brand name anything at all.
Very nice. Okay. All right, we cut away, and we cut to Fiznik. He's in his. He's probably. Do you do anything outside of your house, Fiznik?
Ever?
Do I do anything outside of my house?
Yeah.
Well, what time of day is it?
What time of day do you want it to be? I mean, what's his name's brushing his teeth, but I don't know if that means anything.
Okay, so
He brushes his teeth 8 times a day.
Yep.
Like the cavity creeps aren't gonna walk away with my teeth.
okay. My magic D4 says it's evening.
Okay.
So no, Fiznik is inside wearing his warm, fluffy robe and
Okay.
running his feet through his luscious rug, drinking tea and having long conversations with Seamus the pseudo dragon.
Aw.
And this is the rug that we did not Big Lebowski.
Right.
Yes.
Well, you hear scratches at your door.
He kind of is mid sip and he has the teacup like right below his nose.
Uh-huh.
And he pulls it down. He looks at Seamus. And Seamus looks at the door. And they both kind of like scuffle over.
I could just see them both like.
And Fiznik puts his ear up against the door, just listening.
Still hear the scratching.
Still hear the scratching.
Yeah. It's a little scratching. It's coming from low on the door.
Okay.
About fox height.
About fox height.
Oh.
Well, that's. Gee, I wonder what it could be. I bet you it's
I'm
a
going to
bull.
cast Speak to Animals.
Okay.
Can I do that at will? Speak with small beasts.
That's a gnome thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Through sounds and gestures, I can communicate simple ideas with smaller beasts. So,
Okay. So you can't have a conversation.
no. But I like knock a couple of times about where the scratching is.
This is great audio.
This is great.
Fully provided by the world around us.
Okay. So, since this is going nowhere fast,
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Fiznik takes a step back, opens the, starts the ye old Eldritch Blast with one hand, and opens the door just a crack to see what's on the other
A
side.
manticore busts through and eats you.
Yay.
No, it's a
Yay!
fox. The fox that you sent away is back, and he's got a note around his neck.
Dan, what does the fox say?
Yay, the fox!
Yep.
I communicate the sit, stay, roll over,
Okay.
give it a treat.
Okay. It does the things, I guess.
Yes, take the note off, read it.
And it's a very short note. It says, understood, stay put, on our way.
Alright. Fiznik folds it up and sets it on his little coffee table there and goes, well, stay put. Nothing to do.
Then goes to bed.
Closes the
Navia
door
is
and
still
sits
packing
back.
her suitcase.
Closes the door, sits back down, and finishes his tea.
All right, so about a week goes by, and you hear, you guys are, let's say you're having your weekly breakfast together, your brunch,
Because we totes do.
and you hear a lot of commotion coming from out in the square. Aisling's there. She's like, "What is going on outside?" Here's your toast, everybody.
A
You got any-
toast to. Oh.
You got any floss? I'm sorry, I'm in the middle
Damn
of
it.
taking care of some stuff. Oh, God, that's
I'm not sure.
corn.
Well, is it this dance that you want me to do?
Yeah. Yep, that's the
Well
one I
done,
taught
Dan. He's doing it flawlessly, you guys.
you.
Nailed it.
Better than anyone has ever seen.
And then he dabbed.
Wow. Oh, now we're all dabbing.
Both directions.
I swear to... What's Fiznik's god's name?
The Silver Fae.
No. Bavarian
Oh, the
Wild
actual
Wander. Yeah. I will Eldritch Blast the both of you if you dab.
Oh, damn it, they did it. Should we go check out outside? I'm going outside.
Okay.
Come on, Frou-Frou.
Does anyone
Guys,
else wish to...
I was just wondering, anybody else wake up feeling like just a little more powerful today and like you could do more stuff? Like I just happened, I like woke up, I'm like, "Ugh," I'm like, boy, I'm just like level 5 awake. That's what happened. It was really weird. Like, I don't know what that means, but anybody else feel like more powerful? No, just me.
As weird as I eat my
use the
breakfast, my
popcorn.
hands seem extra fast at like lifting my fork and things
Mhm.
like that.
Yeah, you get it. You know
Yeah.
what's going on.
I did a level 5 dab, so...
I have a pet
Dexterity's
pseudo
through the
dragon.
roof.
That's
I don't know
pretty
what
good.
you're
Oh
talking
yeah,
about.
no one's seen this
Oh,
yet.
what the hell is that? Ooh, what's that?
It's a pseudo dragon. I've named him Seamus.
Can I
Aw,
pet
what
it,
in the world
Mr.
is a
Mr.
pseudo
Fiznik?
dragon?
It's like a pseudo armor, but it's made of dragon. No? Did I-
It's a small dragon, like the size of.
Oh.
Byron walks over and like puts his hand out for it to sniff it.
You're gonna make me roleplay my
Yes.
familiar, aren't
Yes.
you?
Yes.
Okay.
It's
So
not just
Byron...
an object.
Hmm?
It's not just an object, Jeff.
I know. So let's see. Byron
Byron.
feels at peace.
Oh.
So he pets it.
For the first time since his family was brutally murdered.
Yeah. And there's still
Pseudo-dragons have
screaming
limited
and excitement coming from out
telepathy.
in the quad.
Wait, now
I'm
when you
going
say
outside.
excitement, do you mean like excitement, or like
Yeah,
we're being murdered?
like excitement.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So
Like trumpets and fanfare?
Yes.
gotcha.
I'm
Come on
gonna
outside.
stay inside but peek out the windows.
Okay.
I'll put my shiny ass sword. Is my sword like stopped glowing all fancy after this whole like
Right.
vision quest thing, right?
Now it just shines like
Okay.
the moon.
I put it on my back like I always have it, and I go outside because I
Okay.
don't go outside without it because that's stupid. You never know.
Does everyone but Grin go outside?
Does the clapping
Yes.
of the people all
Yes, it's
keep
just
turning-
like it's just
turning
like
your sword on and off?
Okay, so when you are either outside or looking outside, you can see coming down the road.
the Wells
Wells
Fargo
Fargo
wagon.
Well done. Well done.
The Wells Fargo wagon and a bunch of soldiers from the capital city.
Hey,
Navia would
Navia
recognize.
knows
Oh, I kind of get all like like throw out my
Yeah.
chest and like
Mm.
buckle my sword to make sure it's regulation angle on my shoulders and kind of
right?
do
Oh.
my lieutenant's strut.
You
And
see,
gallop on over to them.
you recognize among them the general who brought you into the army,
Oh, and I salute
General.
Kenobi.
Damn it, you beat me to it.
General Ken Obi.
Jesus Christ.
Canon now, apparently.
Mhm.
Kenobi.
Ken. And Nobi is spelled with a K, by the way.
That's fine.
In case you wanted to
Approved.
know. Okay, thank you.
Wait,
That was what I
his
needed.
middle name is not start with a K, right?
Ken. Oh God, no. Awkward.
Yep, they're heading towards Blackpool. They actually kind of go towards an open field nearby
Mm-hmm.
and stop. You can see them start unloading like tents and starting to pitch their tents. What do you do?
I go to greet them,
Okay.
and I salute and
Does everyone else go with her?
I'm going with her.
thank them for coming and that kind of thing.
Sup.
So you see that they've got like a kind of an open tent
Mhm.
set up with a table on it,
Okay.
and the General Nobi is standing.
Ooh, free
at that
pens.
table. They're chained down like at the bank. It's Wells Fargo.
Damn it.
Nobi for governor. Okay.
I salute and announce myself just in case he forgot who I am.
Okay, do it.
Is it afternoon? It's morning. Morning,
Yeah.
General. Lieutenant Navia Mira.
Navia, it's good to see you. It's been some time.
Sure has.
You've been spending a lot of time here.
Lately, yeah. Yeah. It's a good little town. You know, it just kind of sucks you in.
Were you the one who sent the note? The
I
missive?
didn't write it. Did I write it personally, or did somebody else?
I think Fiznik wrote it on your behalf.
Right. I didn't personally hold the quill, sir. I didn't hold the paper, but my associate he sent the message.
Are you there, Fiznik?
Yeah, sure, why not?
This is my associate. He has better penmanship than me. I have wisdom of 9, so I can't spell good. So
G-U-D.
I could put the note to music.
I mean,
if
my
pressed.
int is 13. I'm just dumb. I'm not dumb. I'm just.
You're
I have no,
naive.
I have no common sense.
You're educated. You'd be able to write. You just wouldn't know what to write.
Yeah. I
You know words. You just don't know which ones to use.
my spelling's fine, but my writing ain't good.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I had a hand in it, but it was not my hand what did it.
You know the old phrase.
Age is old. Age is old.
Fiznik
This,
watches her just blather on.
We let her go too.
Is this everyone who was involved in the situation?
I kind of turn and I
Just about.
I kind of survey my little squad here. Well, just like my colleague said here, just about, sir.
So not all of you.
Not all of us, sir, but that's but it's a good group.
All right. Well, his tent has been finished getting set up while you guys have been yammering.
Okay, well, I'll do quick introductions. Like,
Okay.
this is Elshana. She's a part of the group.
Medic.
I'll come out.
She's our medic.
Okay.
And this is fuck. This is shit. What's your name?
Famous Pebbles.
This is Famous Pebbles.
Sergeant Snorkaboba.
Damn it, I'm Famous Pebbles right now. Shoot.
Nice
God
name,
damn it,
famous
I'm sorry.
Snorkaboba is his dead name. Get it right.
And Fiznik, and then that over there is that's a Grin. She's the sneaky one. She does the sneaky stuff. I'm not so sneaky. And this little scamp. This little scamp here is Byron. Yeah. He wants to be a soldier someday, just like you.
Where's Potty?
He's back
Oh
home.
yeah.
Potty doesn't eat breakfast. Well, why don't you come with me to my tent, and we need to have a important conversation.
Uh-oh.
Come on, everybody.
So you go into the
All of
tent.
us?
I think he's gonna.
Points at Chases once you have a seat right there.
All of us? First Navia. And what's his name?
What are you
if you're
doing here?
if you're gonna let her go, I don't want to be in the room. That's uncomfortable.
Right? I don't want to see this. We're getting fired.
Well, about that, in order to prevent an immediate issue, we have never had a centaur soldier. The king had to send a missive to Nimressa, and
I kind of like twist my upper body to kind of like look at my own giant ass. What's that?
They're denying you, Navia.
What the hell?
Not
How's
only
that?
you, but your entire race.
Ass.
All the other centaurs just
Soldier.
got fired.
yeah,
Because
apparently there was only one centaur. It was her.
Yeah.
Shush,
You-
General, I'm trying to prove a point.
With all due respect, sir, but what the hell?
Apparently, Etrix has necromantic powers, and she brought this soldier back to life. And he said he saw one of their sergeants with a centaur wearing our colors, and the only way to prevent outright war immediately was to
Uh-huh.
deny that you were an official soldier.
That I ever
you
existed. That I was the first Centaur American soldier.
American.
Wait a minute.
That I.
Hold on. What was that word you just said? What? I'm having a. Whoa. Hold on.
Great.
This is not a time for flashbacks, Mr. What's-Your-Face.
I can't help
I'm
it.
having a crisis right now.
He's having an existential crisis.
Huh. That's fine. Go do what you got. What if we wait? What if we re-kill this soldier? Then what he said doesn't count.
I don't think that's how that works.
I like how
I
you
laughed
think,
too hard.
Sergeant.
Giving Kimberly a chance here.
Oh, sorry, I have to catch my breath.
Too hard.
After I won the award and got decorated for being the first Centaur in the military,
You're breaking our heart.
I have this accent all of a sudden while I'm talking to him. I don't know where it came from.
It's you're just showing
It's
off
my
in
soldier
front of-
voice, I guess.
Yep.
But
Excuse your ever-changing affectation.
Yep.
That
Sorry.
that being said, the king would like to take you on as a secret group.
Ooh.
So I get to be a secret soldier.
Yes.
Momentarily. He's not firing you, really, are you? It's just now she's a spy, right?
Right.
I get.
So can you tell me?
Sorry.
The note was very vague on detail. Can you tell me what you know about this invasion?
Okay, so out of character, I know that they're massing an army. Are they putting together an army? Or
They were building
had-
these like golems, these
Oh, that's right,
mechanical
okay.
things.
Okay.
And they had maps of
Right.
our area.
Okay. Yeah. So Nimressa is Did we see the golems?
You saw designs for them.
We saw. Did we took
You took
those.
them.
We took those. Ah shit.
Send Byron to go get
I was
them.
gonna say Byron.
Yes.
In my house,
Okay.
the third shelf on the left from the front door, going counterclockwise. That's
By the orange pillows.
by the no. It's the green ones.
Oh,
It's by the
okay.
green pillars.
Green pillows, third
Yeah.
from the left.
Mm-hmm. It's a big. It's a box.
Okay.
It looks like a little like a treasure chest, and inside is some rolled up parchment.
Okay.
Now be careful. Some of that parchment is not for young eyes.
How big is the box? Can I just bring you the box?
Just bring me the box. It's not that big. It's fine.
Okay.
But Byron, you might want to make sure you don't look in that box to prevent
Yeah, no, that's probably a good idea.
and anything from being very confused to nightmares. I'm not sure what's going on in there.
Send
So
porn.
It's centaur porn. It's fine.
Send
So
porn.
nightmares.
Yes.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
I
get
mean, centaurs
shame.
are unusually into tentacles, but like I don't know why that's anyone's business but ours.
They're like, they're in bed and they're like, release the Kraken.
I mean, horse dog, never mind.
Is it
So you
prehensile?
tell them you saw these.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I kind of describe it on, like we saw these plans. They've got these golem things. Mini guy is Byron is going to go
Okay.
get them. I'll show them to you. They're planning on invading and attacking.
And they killed a druid village.
And they killed a druid village.
Do you not know the word child? You called him a mini guy.
They don't have children in
even
the
he
centaur
knows that
world.
word.
They all grow up early.
This foal with 2 legs.
This bifocal kid.
Holy.
Whoa. Whoa.
I don't think I've ever heard Jay get mad at something.
No, that was
That was
Jen.
Oh, that was Jen. I've heard Jay get mad a lot.
When Jen gets Jen's disapproval, her voice goes several octaves lower.
All right. So the general asks you guys to just give him like
20
the
minutes
5-minute
with the
5-minute summary of what you guys did last time.
Does it need accompaniment?
Yes.
Usually. You're a bard. You should sing it.
Yeah. Sing about our adventures.
I just may have scared the lizard out of the room, the poor thing.
Oh, poor lizard.
Sorry, Daisy. I'm sorry.
That's what.
I
Lamb
might need
used to
some
hate
reminders
your
from what
guitar.
happened. What exactly? We went. What was it? The castle? I don't know. What
Does he
you
get
Fort.
a chip? If you're
Yeah,
we
the
went in
fort.
like,
You can get inspiration if you do this.
hell yeah.
Saw a couple dicks. They were robbing some kind of thing on the road. What's the word? It's called a wagon. Wagon isn't the word, but you get the idea. Turns out they were robbing some really shitty priest. Is that right,
Yes.
guys? Yeah. Okay.
This is a part
So we
they don't do
followed
in The
these
Witcher.
dicks.
Right?
We weren't
Yeah.
entirely dicks. And then I think we sent the priest off to die. That's what I would have done. I don't know exactly what happened. Yeah, okay.
General just listening.
I'm sorry, General. Look, I was high for a lot of the
What?
We went
Were
off
you molesting my plant?
to a fort. I pretended to be a sergeant. That's all I remember, except somebody was
fucking
oranges.
yeah, it was me.
There was a little man.
That's
A
me.
child?
I meant the child. Yeah. There's also the. And then we let loose the dragon guys. What are they? Manticores. Yep. My favorite kind of tuna. Haha, that's a joke. And now we're here. Look, it's been a while. I'm a little rusty. I apologize. It's my lyric writing that's the issue. Actually, here's what happened. Our centaur friend, she already explained to you, she's not much of a writer, but I gave an opportunity to write the lyrics to my latest song. And what happens is she failed. That's not my fault. Moving on.
At that time, Byron returns.
Oh, thank God.
Yay!
Here's the box, ma'am.
I like kind of like I take it and I kind of like open it and like kind of like turn away and like rifle through and go, oh shit, I forgot about that one. Nice.
They're all personal etchings.
Yes.
And I pull out the
Sort of boudoir etchings.
Yep.
I'm excited. He's like, that's what the king was afraid of.
Does he know what these are?
These are of Qualish design.
Qualish. I don't think I'm familiar, sir.
He was an artificer who created very intricate mechanical designs.
Okay.
And well, he went into the mountains years ago, and we have not heard from him since. But we do know he had built a laboratory out there
In the mountains.
in the mountains.
Okay.
So
Are these mountains like? Where are they in relation to Nimressa? Are they like close by or like?
they are very far to the southwest of this where you are right now.
Okay.
They're probably a couple weeks travel to get to.
Okay, so it's not like the mountains are like next door to Nimressa and like that's just where
Nope.
he's okay.
No, that's where the fort was.
Right, I know, but
Yeah,
if,
nope.
if he's working for Nimressa, you know what I'm asking?
Yeah.
You get there? Okay, you smelling what I'm stepping in? Alright.
On the world map, Blackpool. Do you see that dotted line? That's the path you've taken so far.
Oh.
Blackpool is at that little mountain in the middle on the curve, and where you potentially need to go.
And I'm from
Actually, you won't know this yet. I won't tell you where to go yet because part of the plot is that you find out where to go. So we've known he went to the mountains, but we don't know which mountains he went to.
See, there it is. See, that would have answered my whole question.
Yes. But we do know that Anaxi Zephyrs, a well-known gnome who calls himself the Cartophile, he has maps of world and countries and passes through alternate dimensions and he might be able to direct you where you need to go. He has a personal interest in Qualish as well.
Better keep him away from Byron if cartophile means what I think it means.
He has a love of maps.
Oh, good.
You can find him. In the town of
Nimressa.
No.
You're tushy.
This is where I get to pick a name, and I didn't.
Walter.
Improv.
The town of Walter.
No, it's not the town of Walter.
It is now.
You got to name the general. That's what you get. That's all you get. He's in the town of
Abercrombie.
Chumsley.
Kirkwall.
What?
Kirkwall.
What the fuck does that?
Kirkwall would be like creek something.
Sure. This is in another language that you don't know. It's not a real English language.
You're not a real
The real English language?
As opposed to Canadian, which is a fake English language.
So we've got a variety of English languages and American Centaur. What is this show? I would watch a show called American Centaur, though.
It is the best podcast on the net.
Oh, okay.
This is the best podcast on network television.
Oh, okay.
Kirkwall is southwest of here along
I thought you said he was in the mountains.
That's Qualish.
Yeah. Oh, then we're looking at the cartophile.
Yes.
Okay.
He's east of here, sorry, where you see he's right in the middle of the curved mountains. He shows it to you on his map, sitting on his table right there.
Very nice. Can we have this?
Sure, I've got like 12.
Yay!
I got them from the card file.
You could have asked him while you were there.
I got these years ago.
Oh, sorry.
So he says it's gonna be probably a week's journey to get there. So
Will you take care of my old lady?
Dagmar needs special attention.
not exactly in my job description.
It could be volunteer work.
I kind of like sidle up to him and like lower my voice like, sir, it's just say yes. You don't have to do it. Just say yes.
Yes.
Nice. Okay, Ainsley will give you a key.
Who's Aisling?
Oh, Ainsley. She's the barmaid. You'll meet her.
Oh god.
She'll show you where the poo corner is.
What?
There isn't one that doesn't exist unless you are a horrible person.
That's what I was gonna say. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Not all present company excluded.
All right. So he gives you guys a stipend of
Ooh.
Yay.
like 500 gold each.
Whoa.
Whoa.
That's a
This
lot.
Let's go to the mall.
This is your expenses for the trip. This is the best I can do since I did have to basically erase the existence of Navia. Our number one escort quester.
No.
Now, do we get to keep the difference, right? Because, like, if I just eat at a Sparrow everywhere I go.
You'll go way over that.
Yes, that's
Does
true.
Byron get a stipend as well? He helps a lot. He has to go to college one day.
And he eats a lot.
Yeah.
I
He eats
suppose
like
if he's
3
part of
Sparrows
if
a
he's
day.
part of your party, then I suppose so.
He's indispensable. Thank you.
Okay, so it gives you another 500.
Oh, good.
Hold on, I need to see if I can cast image of somebody who doesn't exist. That's all possible.
So,
Do you have silent image? I could have some.
Do it.
You're
Okay,
supposed to be
Can our
good.
friend Walter also get a stipend?
The rogue over here making money hand over fist.
I know,
I
right?
mean,
Yeah,
I'm
no.
not
It's all
gonna
going
take
into-
his college fund.
What about my lizard friend? She's got a personality all her own.
And his
And I'm
pseudo
sure it's great.
dragon.
And her pot
And
plant.
Dagmar.
And Dagmar.
Is
Look, we've
Dagmar
got-
going with you?
No, you're gonna stay here and watch her.
Then I don't think she needs the 500.
Okay, but you just need to make sure she's fed.
She's
It's
not
like-
like an invalid by any means. is
No,
she?
she's
No.
Okay, I'm just checking that we're not actually dooming a little old lady to starvation and
She'll
suffering.
probably wander back to her house.
Okay.
She does every
and just
time.
live the life she lived before you guys showed up like a month and a half
Kidnapped
ago.
her.
You know, and I kind of lean over to General Kenobi, and I'm like, okay, so just say, but you know what? Honestly, it might be better for all of us if you just let her go. Tell her to get far away from here and say she escaped.
He gets a very concerned look.
It's like, who have I just hired?
He gets a face like Baxter does in basketball when
Yes.
says, "Who's Ty Cobb?"
He's
All right.
one
We
of
are
Donald
the
Trump's
best,
lawyers.
worst heroes money can afford.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, $500.
You've seen the rest, and I'll get
Inflation.
these guys.
Oh, so my friends and I used to play Star Wars: The Old Republic, and we had a team of one of the classes was Imperial Agent, and we all made Imperial Agent characters to level together, and we're all role players, and so we named our guild the Best Available,
Yes.
and we were 3 like totally inept agents. And like basically it was, well, when the best isn't available, you send it was pretty
They're
great.
still there. They're the B team instead of the A team.
Pretty much.
All right. All right, so you guys, I assume, go pack up,
Yep.
say see you laters, and head out on the road.
Yarp.
Feed on my chickens. Just give
Brush
them
my
a few-
teeth.
How does that go
More
again?
times.
Yeah, the camera cuts back. Yep. With the knowledge that Nimressa's killer machines are of a gnomish design lost to the centuries, General Ken Obi sends our heroes to Kirkwall to speak to the Cardophile, a man with many maps and a history of studying Qualish. Will they make it without incident? Find out next time on Of Dice and Dens, a D&D podcast.